Hi, welcome. Hi, and welcome. My name is Leanne Nugent. I am your field service expert, and I am going to walk you through let's just see, can I move this guy? Yeah. Something new that was released in Salesforce Field Service. It's the new setup menu. And what I'm going to do is walk through how long it takes to set up Salesforce Field Service using this new capability. What you're looking at right now is this list of basically this is the onboarding checklist, right? So the moment that you get a brand new Salesforce field service org, you have to go through all these steps. And if you don't do all of these steps, setting up the baseline could basically fall apart, right? But once you get through these steps, you will have a really great build for um, discovery. I always build the first 10% of a solution. Now I'm a bit lucky because I am part of the sales cycle for Salesforce projects. So I get the vision, I get to do all the initial discovery, and I already have an idea of what this customer is looking for. So in order for me to actually get into true deep discovery to start creating those user stories, I end up implementing the first 10% of the build in advance of my discovery calls. And the reason why I do that is because Salesforce Field Service requires it's a steep learning curve. So when you start bringing your customers to the table right up front, you're going to achieve far greater adoption, at least from your product or project team. And when you have their product knowledge increase, the success of the project is increased significantly. As soon as they know the product as deeply as you do, you have the same language, they know where they're going, they know what they're doing, and they get to really visualize what the end user experience is. And they don't lose sight of what they're actually building. And because sometimes they get lost and I have no idea what this tool is, I'm lost in the product itself instead of getting into that creator's mindset. So let's step through it. As we look at this, so this checklist, we created this years ago, and we started to circulate this around the consultant community. And over the years, I kind of perfected this. This becomes you know, the baseline, and I actually use this for my projects, right? Like, what are my KPIs? What are all the deployment checklist items? What's my punch list? But all the time, this is the basic setup that I do. Now, it was so cool. Oh, so I am, I spun up a new Salesforce field service org here using the field service dispatcher console for dispatchers. So with this module, under the customize your view section, you'll be able to create your own, um, um, what do you call this? Your Trailblazer org. Okay. So once you have that, I spun this up. When you go into setup, you're going to see this new field service setup home. So it's beta, and safe harbor. There is going to be advanced capabilities here just for all of Salesforce setup. They'll all be in one menu. So we will see enhancements in this capability going forward. But wanted to just get a sense for where are they going? Are we seeing everything? Let's view all the steps. Now, we could do, actually, let's do a couple of things first. Let's get acquainted with what is in the org. So once you first get your org, go into company information. Oh, hello. So under company information, you need to understand what licenses you have. So I have two Salesforce licenses. One is mine. And when I go down, I will see, okay, let's see if usage-based licenses are here. Where's my feature licenses? Ah, here, apologies. So permission set licenses. So in this org, we are only getting one dispatcher license and one field service mobile license. Looks like maybe some of these perm sets were not sure why they're disabled, but these are the ones that we're going to use. So I really only have access to one, which is fine for now. So we won't be able to test anything for scale, which is also fine. Usually the way that I do things is I set up my licenses. My system administrator license would be a dispatcher, and then I would spin up a new user for my technician, and I would, because if you start building as a system administrator for a technician, you're not going to get the same. It saves you so much time with all the perms and all of that stuff. So I highly recommend that you really consider, spinning up that profile for the tech and creating a user for you to get the technician experience in. So that's usually the very first thing that I do is I do analysis of the licenses. How many do I have? And then do a profile check, at least create one technician user using a profile that you think could be a good one to start with, and then you refine that with your customer. So I'm going to do that now. So now I've got a user. I only have one dispatcher license and one mobile license. That's totally fine. Let's look at my profiles. So because this is a trailhead org, wow, okay, good. I don't have a lot. So it's a lot of, it kind of reflects what a brand new greenfield org would look like. So let's think about this, right? So right now I'm a system administrator. I have had discussions at some point. This was maybe, oh gosh, 3 or 4 years ago. We were trying to see if that minimum access user would be a good profile to clone for a technician, and we found that it wasn't. There's something missing in that user, and I couldn't figure it out. So if anybody knows that answer, I would love to know, and I just haven't had capacity to dig into that. So I usually just take a standard user. Actually, where is the minimum access? Yeah, this one. I haven't been able to leverage this for a technician, but if somebody has, I'd love to know. But let's see. Let's take a standard user and let's clone it. All right. Now, will I be able to create a user from here? Let's see. Let's do tech. Okay, that should be good enough. Assign your. Oh, you can't assign the permission sets because you know why? The managed package isn't there yet. So we'll just do that for now. Oop, yeah, that's fine. It exists. So we'll start with that. Company information. Let's just validate. I've got 2 users. Perfect. So everybody has been used up. So I haven't assigned anything yet because the package hasn't been installed. Okay. So back in the day, we would enable field service lightning. And that was here. So you would go into field service settings and you would have this toggle. So, oh, that's cute. let's go to setup home. We're gonna play with this, okay? So, what's this? How long is this? Okay, so a 5 minute. Okay, so a 5 minute demo to give you some inspiration might be nice to take a look at that, but we won't do that today. All right, so enable field service. Like, let's just, okay, this can take up to 30 minutes. So I'm going to turn this on and it's going to do all of these things for me. Now, if you look at this checklist, I'm going to just see, can I just copy paste this puppy? Ooh, neat. Okay. Okay. It gives me a little bit of, validation to see that the checklist that they're going through that's going to take 30 minutes is very much in alignment with the process that we had here. So I'm going to just like drag and drop this down. This is giving me so much comfort and validation that, okay, define the field service lifecycle. Okay, that's okay. Settings, profiles. That's pretty cool. Ah, nice. It's going to clone all the page layouts. So this is an awesome step here because what we've learned was the managed package installed page layouts. And if we started to leverage those managed package page layouts and tried to deploy them from a sandbox to production, you couldn't find them. They were just hidden. So we had to clone those page layouts, and those cloned page layouts were the ones that we would use. And yeah, and then you have to like make sure all of them are assigned to the right, um yeah, see, update the page layout assignments for all field service objects. So it'll be interesting to know what we end up having to do. So I'm going to just rearrange a few things in here because what I want is to have a one-to-one so that I can see like how much of my standard checklist has been covered by this first 30 minutes. So this is fun. Create and assign the permission set group. This is also nice, the permission set group. We never, oh yeah, there, determine if you'll use it or not. Cool. Okay. Shift. Oh no, can I just shift? Control? No. Oh, I won't. Okay. So set up permissions. I'm going to just insert a row below. Um, I feel like this still needs to go up here. This goes down. I'm going to move this to the bottom. Just throw this over here for now. The life cycle also to the bottom. So bear with me. I'm going to just rearrange a few things. So I don't know if feed tracking has been enabled. Okay, where's my install packages? Okay. Um, that's cool. That's down here. That's fine. I don't need that. Enable notifications. Did I even have that in here? Oh no, that's not good. Let's insert some stuff below. So what's even better is that they've added things that I didn't even think about. So that's good. Gotta love that. Where did I put my notifications? Did I do that under the Wow. Okay, let me just check on how this is going. Okay. Wow. Well, it's happening. Oh, it created profiles for me. Whoops. That's saved. Wait. Got it. I didn't need to do that. Cool. Didn't need to do that before. That's awesome. Okay, I could have sworn that. Oh, document builder. Where did I have document builder? Down here. So this was before. Okay, so here's the field service app tabs. That's really cool. Now, where's the notifications too? I thought I had something about notifications. Down here, push notifications, no settings. Okay, so that's good to know. Like enable notifications, but I don't have anything about the Slack, not Slack, Chatter, the feed tracking, this one. So I wonder if we still need to do this. And I wonder if we still need to do this, data integration rules. And honestly, like I feel like some of this stuff. Okay, update page layout assignments, that's up here. Timesheet auto creation, not here. Create skills, data integration rules. Yeah, so the two things that I wonder if we still need are these two. No, 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 no. So enable notifications, doc builder. Yeah, I don't know about these ones. Yeah, so here's what it's going to look like, right? Everything up to here is done with the package now. That's pretty friendly. And let's delete these rows. Most of the settings. Right, because there's no like Lightning app, so we would still need to do that. Some baseline platform stuff. So I'm gonna just shift this actually. Can I just do this? Oops. No. This could be really cool. Now, I don't know what I mean by admin tabs. This is the app package app, but then this is still data integration. So I'm gonna change this. Yeah, because this is still now this is all managed package settings. Right? This is in the package. This is platform. I'm going to move you up. This is still like timesheet is also platform. Skills are also um, skills is going to be interesting. So we're going to have a whole new section here for the wizard. So once this is all done, we have this getting ready. So get ready for scheduling. So maybe what I'll do is insert row above. All of this stuff now is so get okay. So now work types, right? So, oh, see, manage package settings. Yeah, we still might need to do this before we get ready for scheduling, but we are going to see. Let's see. So now, okay, before I do this, I'm gonna just like creating the work types. They want to do work types first, then territories, then service resources, then dispatchers. So, what does that mean? We're still going through all of this, but a work type, this will all unlock after all of this is done. So, we're going to continue to clean this up. Um, let's think about this, right? Because, like, where were skills? Skills aren't added here. So it'll be interesting to see where that fits in. We still may want to, I'm going to delete this for now because we may want to do this. I'm going to call this. No, I forgot my bracket. So create work types. This is what they would want us to do first. Assign skills likely, then it's service territories, then service resources. Okay, so my hope is that operating hours will be there too, and then territory members, and then okay, user territories, and then dispatchers. Meh, that's fine. Okay, so the hope is all of this becomes green. Oh, whoa. All right. Now are we cooking? All right. So here's what the new checklist looks like. We go through this, then again, I do believe we still have to go through all of these items. It's not too much, but it's things that would be um good to good to know. Oh, hold on a second. Sharing is all part of platform. So, yeah, that's going to be correct. Now, I guess this is going to be the question like, do we need to go through all of this before doing this? Yeah, like to be determined. All right. So, I'll just do a little bit of a okay, so let's just go through field service settings. So in the platform, we've got, so enable notifications, it turned it on for us. So the goal here for this setup is to do the baseline that gets you your first scheduled appointment that goes to the mobile app. So maybe what you could also consider is at this time you would download and install the mobile app on your phone. So if you haven't yet, do that. And I'm on this other screen that I'm not recording on. I'm going to log in as that user so that I have the ability to log in. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, cool. So I've got a login now, so I'll set my password. So my technician user has been created. My password has been set up. Um, ooh, all right. Let's just check something. How are we doing? Still creating the permission sets. So it is interesting, like the time that it takes to do all of this. Um, I guess I could probably go ahead with some of the other platform changes because I'm thinking, yeah, like might as well turn some of these things on. So let's look at feed tracking. So feed tracking is important in order to get notifications on the service appointment. Okay, so we have to enable feed tracking. We don't really need anything else. We just need that. So now, some people like to have notifications every single time one of these fields changes, like the status or the notes or something like that, right? But you don't necessarily need to do that. That's not a requirement for discovery, right? So, or to get your first appointment scheduled. So usually I would just like take the box and it's done. So the next one is data integration rules. Data integration rules is great for ensuring that the appointment or the resource absence or the service territory address or the work order address, that these all are available to convert the address to a geocode, like a latitude, longitude. And the reason why we want to do that is because latitude and longitude is what is dictating the travel. Okay, so if we don't have geo coordinates for the service resource, through the service territory, if we don't have it on the resource absence, if we don't have it on the service appointment, we won't be able to calculate travel. The work order, the reason why we want it on the work order is because when a service appointment's created, the service appointment will inherit the address of the work order, and I think it could even bypass pass through the geocodes, but we are capturing that here anyway. One of the things that we like to do is just make sure that bypass triggers is disabled, right? So ensure are false, right? And so they now are. There was a period of time where we would have to go through all of these and just make sure that they're false. And it looks like they all are. We should be okay now. I think that this was something that was, oops, I clicked on the same thing twice. That was rectified like years ago, but I'm just doing it just in case. Don't even get me started on the address object. Work order. Okay, so we're all good here. So that's good. Okay, so the reason why I do a Lightning app is because um, they might want case, they might want opportunity, because what you want to do is give, especially while you're building, what you want to do is give them the whole set of um, you want to give them the whole set of, oh, hold on one second. There we go. You want to give them the whole set of records that are going to be used by them. So for example, what I mean is, let's go to app. Do I have them installed already? Yes, I've got field service admin. So usually what I do is I will either edit this one or I will create a brand new one. And if I create a brand new one, um, like again, I have to make sure that I've got the right objects in that navigation bar. So I normally add a few things to the out of the box one just to start. For example, like I really like the field service settings. Do I have anything else? Yeah, like I'll put some of these things in here, but I definitely like field service settings on here. And I do like adding cases because again, I don't know what the like it depends on what the flow is, right? Are they gonna oh I also like accounts. Oh, I also like assets. Right? Like the idea is to put all of the objects that could be used in the build, not contracts. I may want dashboards. Hmm, what's that? Those are new. Locations might be important. Do I have locations here? No. Locations are important if we're going to do inventory. I might as well put in products in case I go there. Um, we're not going to go down serialized products yet. We won't do anything inventory to start because, again, everything is about scheduling. I'm going to add service crews just for now. Oh, I'm going to add for sure. I'm going to add shifts because I don't know if I'm going to be using operating hours or shifts yet. So, oh, I'm for sure going to use timesheets. Oh, yeah, I'm totally going to use. Okay, so there's my work types. Work type groups is for field service scheduler, not applicable to Salesforce field service. Okay, so we're not going to use that. I'm going to just bring in the work plans for now and work. Okay, we're going to just bring over all of these. Okay, and I'm not going to organize them for now because we just need to just get to navigating. And then usually what I end up doing is I reorganize it so that it's following the actual flow of the customer journey lifecycle. Um, okay, so that's the app. Okay, timesheet. Whoops. Hmm. Seriously? Let's take a look here. Hmm. Hmm. I wonder if there's something, yeah, like maybe I need to have this assigned to me first before I can see all of this. So I'll pause there. But let's look at skills. Skills cannot be deleted in an org. Oh, what is happening here? Really? Is this a classic thing? Weird. Can't I create skills right now? Is it because I don't have Service Cloud enabled? Is this going to be a problem? Interesting. Weird. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, sometimes you just might have to just wait. Okay. What? Weird. Okay, so I don't know if that was. Okay, let's just check out setup. Is it done? No, okay, so it's not this. I don't know whether that was like a weird glitch, like I had to go to classic and then back to lightning again in order to unlock that, but that was very strange. Um, but document builder is okay, so there's no templates here. Okay, but I guess it's enabled. That's fine. Skills. Okay. Every time I do skills, usually I align this with a work type, just so that it's pretty clear. Some people use skills for language. Some people use skills for, um, the type of service. Some people do a matrix style of skills where it's like a type of service for a type of equipment. So, like I might be a technician for refrigerators, but I'm not for ovens, kind of thing. Or like, so I would just do something very basic. There's a lot of implementations that I know that we don't even bother creating skills because the customer has not established a solid skill management process, because you'd have to make sure that the right people have the right skills and that the work types align to the right skills. So, adding the skills would really help. The challenge is that you can have a skill, um well, in this exact environment, I have one technician. So it's not like I'm going to be able to show you how the logic works, except I will say, like I'll have one for install and one for maintenance, and I'll only install, like provide maintenance skill to my user. So you'll see if I have an install job and it's got an install skill, nobody comes up. I don't have a service resource with that skill. So I'm just going to do something very generic just so that you all have an idea of what exactly um, it looks like. So all we need is just the skill as a record. Remember, these cannot be deleted. So when you're creating them, only create a couple just to illustrate how the filtering process works under the skills. Um, in scheduling, if it's a skill required on the work order and it's not on the service resource, like at least you know how that work rule works. And then let's look at timesheet. Perfect. I think I can just do this right away. I'm just going to call this weekly. So we'll start it today, frequency weekly, work week start day. I'm going to just say that it's Friday. Let's see where we go from there. And it's Thursday. Active. The idea is that well, you know what? Let's make it Saturday because I need it to run. So we'll call it Saturday to Sunday. Save. So the idea is now that you've got this timesheet template, you can't pin this, unfortunately. Let's see. Can I assign to profiles? I wonder what. Oh, interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. Okay, let's give it a shot. Um, change assignments. Wait a second. Seriously? I wonder if it's because I don't have. Oh, there you go. Just needed a minute. Okay, let's go to my user and assign my user to this profile. And just because I don't want to have too much of a mess in this environment, I'm going to delete this. All right, there we go. We're clean. All right, how are we doing with our... Almost there? Um, So that'll be fine. I'll start shutting this down. We saw that we were able to do an initial configuration with time to value, works pretty well. The next time we meet, we will go through the creation of the work types, the creation of the service territories, service resources, and dispatchers. So I look forward to seeing you then.